Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we've got huge news in the cryptocurrency market, along with the fact that we've got prices breaking out over on the charts. So we'll also take a look at the Ripple XRP price chart. We'll look at the total altcoin market cap chart. And of course, we'll look at Bitcoin's price. But the biggest news happened yesterday. And by now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it if you've been following other people on Twitter or on YouTube, that the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, which is a division of the Treasury, made a statement yesterday and authorized banks to custody cryptocurrencies for their customers. So, this is by far the biggest news that I have seen ever in cryptocurrency, and it is such a huge deal. I posted about it over on my Twitter yesterday, and there was a lot of comments in there saying, yeah, hey man, I will never keep my cryptocurrencies at a bank. I like to keep them safe, and that's fine, but we need to talk about why this is such a huge deal. The big deal about this is there's a lot of people out there who are unwilling to get into cryptocurrencies, but if the bank is the one that actually holds the crypto, and if they can get it through their bank account and with a bank that they trust, well, that really opens the doors to a lot of new customers. So let's talk about this real quick. So the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency yesterday published an article stating that the federally chartered banks and thrifts may provide custody services for crypto assets. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency today published a letter clarifying national banks and federal savings associations' authority to provide cryptocurrency custody services for customers. Now, I have posted this over here on my Twitter page if you want to actually read through the whole thing, but essentially it just talks about how, hey, look, we have this new form of money. We have these cryptocurrencies, these virtual currencies. It's part of the way things are moving forward now. We need to be able to provide the opportunity for our customers to store them safely within their trusted banking system. What a huge deal. What a huge deal. And I always use that grandma analogy. Hey, whenever I'm trying to explain stuff, and I always try to think of things in a way of, grandma. And I've used this analogy several times before, but the thing is, if we're going to be bringing grandma into this market, right? So we have to open the net up so wide that even grandmas are wanting to get into it. Right now, are grandmas really coming into the cryptocurrency market? No, they're not. Why is that? And it's because of safety, right? Where are you going to store these digital assets? You're going to store them either on an exchange or in a cold storage wallet. What happens with these exchanges? Well, sometimes they get hacked and the money disappears. Also, if you're sending cryptocurrencies, sometimes if you get an address wrong or something goes wrong or you fall for a phishing thing and it gets taken away, right? My buddy, he said to me before he ever bought any XRP, he said to me, tell me this though, what happens if my crypto disappears, if my money disappears? I say, well, you lose it. He goes, well, with my bank account, if somebody takes my credit card or somebody takes my debit card or somebody gets into my bank account and takes all my money, my bank will protect me. My bank will reimburse me that money in case it disappears. I'm like, yeah, I know. He goes, but so why would I even get into cryptocurrencies if I can just lose it all? Man, that's an argument that a lot of people have. For a lot of people, the safety of cryptocurrencies and taking care of them is too much of a hurdle to have to jump over for them to feel comfortable to get in. So for grandma to have to log into Coinbase, buy the cryptocurrencies, order a cold storage wallet from the other side of the world. If she lives in the United States, you have to order it from the other side of the world. It ships in. Then you have to install it on your computer, write down all of your words to protect your wallets, and then you've got to send the money from Coinbase over to the storage, and you have to make sure that you get the addresses correct. That is too much for a lot of people to do. For a lot of people who are involved in technology and can understand computers well, hey, that's just like simple stuff. But for grandmas, right, we've got to think, how can we make it super simple for them? And if you can make it super simple for them, you can make it super simple for everybody. And the simplest way to bring those people into the cryptocurrency market is if banks have the ability to custody cryptocurrencies and can keep them in their bank accounts. So you just log in, you see your checking account, your savings account, a couple of credit cards, and then boom, there's your cryptocurrency banking account. Then on top of that, if they have the ability to provide the FDIC insurance on top of it, and if you can move money from one account to the other account, right? I want to move some money from my checking account into my Bitcoin cryptocurrency account. I want to move some money from my savings account into my XRP savings account, right? All within the same trusted banking system that people have. And now it's up to you on whether you think banks are trustworthy or not, it doesn't matter. What we're talking about is all the people who are not in this market right now and how easy the access will be for them to get into it. Logging into your online banking and seeing all of your accounts there, and one of them is your cryptocurrency account. That is huge, gigantic news. So with that, let's move over to the charts and see what's going on with the prices, because prices seem to be reacting to the news, right? If you notice in yesterday's video that I posted, that news always seems to show up when it's supposed to on the charts. Sure enough, we got exactly what we were looking for. It has been kind of like just beating the same drum for the last 9 days, talking about the structure over here on the total altcoin market cap, that, I've seen this so many times before. We're not just talking on small time frames. I'm talking on decade-long charts, multi-decade long charts, that we get this type of structure where you have a rise up with a fall down, a retrace fall down, and then you break back to the highs. And we've said it over and over again with this little double tap action that happens right here, and then it'll break to the upside and go a full 4.236 extension, which would take the total altcoin market cap to $138 billion. So with yesterday's move, yesterday's breakout, we have obviously cleared above $100 billion. Super exciting. It just validates that yes, we are still following the structure, and that is great. I do expect some volatility to return before we really start going parabolic in this structure, but for the most part, breaking out above there kind of validates it, tells you, yep, that's we're still following it. It's looking awesome. So I know we were getting tired of hearing this over and over again, that this would happen, because it was just taking what felt like forever, but it was really only 9 days for it to actually end up doing it. But anyway, we got our break to the upside. Congrats to those who held through it. And here we go over to the XRP price chart. You can see that we're starting to move our way up, and it's been kind of an interesting morning just in the last hour and a half. Our big target is right there at the 200-day moving average to at least get through this thing, which we haven't been able to have a daily close above in several months. So it resides right there at 2093 right now. We're at 2075 as I'm recording this, so we'll see if we get there today or not. We've had a strong morning. I don't know if it's going to have some consolidation or if it's going to stab at it right now, but that's our big moment. I can't believe it's so close. Oh man, is this the news that's going to actually propel it up above there? As you guys know, the target for the short term is to get up to the 28-cent mark and then consolidate there for a while. I'm sure if we do break above 2093 today, you guys will be hearing from me again later in the day, but that's the big moment we're all waiting for, is to get above the 200-day moving average. And by the time this video goes live, it'll still have about 9 or 10 hours remaining until it needs to close. So we need to get above, let's just call it 21 cents, and we need to stay there for the rest of the day and end the day with the daily candle closing above that level. So what that means is that the price, so with a candle, right? So these wicks, what they mean is that the price eventually reached all the way up here during that day. But when the day ended, the price ended way down here. So it didn't finish a day off above the moving average. So what we want is to see this big green body continue higher, and the green body to stretch over the 200-day moving average and get us a close up here. So we want the price to finish the day above 21 cents in order to have a close above the 200-day moving average. So we'll see if that's in the cards for today, but it looks like we've got a strong morning starting off. But what an exciting time. I mean, the future just became, the future was already optimistic, but boy, doesn't it just get a whole lot more optimistic with knowing that banks have the ability to custody cryptocurrency assets, and how many people will get drawn in. I know a couple weeks ago we had that news on like PayPal and Zelle providing the opportunity for people to be able to, buy cryptos or whatever through their PayPal. I didn't really cover that news very much because it just was from, one cryptocurrency news outlet with anonymous sources and everything like that. But this right here, even if that is true, even if PayPal does provide the opportunity for people to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, having your own bank be able to do it, oh man, nothing beats that. And the number of customers with banks compared to the number of customers with PayPal is substantially higher. So great price action, great news, great start of the day. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.